Savor is an event to remind beer lovers that craft beer is the ultimate partner for great food.
That if you're going to have a really good meal and you just look at the wine list, you're missing out on some really wonderful food and beer pairings. So
we thought it'd be cool to start a tradition where two Savor breweries pair up and do a collaborative beer together. So this beer that we're brewing together, Savor Flowers, is a collaboration between Boston Beer and Dogfish, brewed exclusively for the Savor event in DC.
We call the beer Savor Flowers because flowers are the theme around which we built the beer. And flowers not just in the sense of hops, because of course hops are flowers. We wanted to expand the brewer's vocabulary way beyond normal boundaries.
And us as craft brewers for 30 odd years have been playing around amazing ways with hops and barley and then spices and fruits. But water, the ingredient that's the majority volume of every beer in the world, has never really been looked at as a catalyst for creativity. So that's when I thought, wouldn't it be cool to replace the brewing water for the entire batch with a distillate of rose water, and since we own a little distillery, I knew I could do that. So that was really what I came to Jim with, and he immediately in one run-on sentence pulled out his Batman utility belt of high ABV malt extract tincture flowers, original craft brewing barrel to brew with, hop varieties that are so experimental they don't even have a name, they just have a number.
An experimental hop variety that is bred to impart floral character into beer.
So we made sure we got our rose water to temperature. We threw all the regular brewing water out of the hot liquor tank and replaced it with distilled rose water tea. That was phase one. Then we mashed in. After mashing in, we started screwing around with the different ratios of the tinctures of the different flowers and making sure we had that dialed in the ratios that we wanted to. Jim, Andrew, David, can you talk about some of the ones that were in the consideration that just didn't even make it to this table and why?
Well, we started with a whole range of flowers. We started with things like orange blossom, black malva, meadow sweet. We brought in some spearmint, some wintergreen, some peppermint. Those didn't really bring what we wanted, and we focused on the three that we thought were the best tasting and the most intricate in their flavor structure. So we focused on jasmine, hibiscus, and lavender.
And then we added some honey.
Because we're not the only ones that can bring flowers into the beer. We got some help from our little friends, the bees.
And then we boiled.
For a brewer, just looking at the kettle, it's like watching a fireplace. It's constantly changing, it's very peaceful, it's very relaxing, and, signs appear. And in the mash tub in the very beginning, a flower appeared. That was really cool. That was like a sign that says, yeah, you're on the right track.
And then we totally did like 3-point shots with bags filled with unnamed hops.
And then in the aging tanks, we're gonna add this special tincture that we make in barrel one. It's a very high alcohol base that we steeped different flowers in. And barrel one is the original barrel that started the extreme brewing movement and started the barrel aging of triple bock. So it begins with flowers in the rose water and ends with flowers in the aging tanks.
The passion and the attention to detail and the camaraderie here was really heartwarming, and I'll always remember it.